Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your host, Jonathan, from the Diabetes Station. Welcome, everyone, to my channel. And on today's topic, we're going to talk about different things about diabetes and the way diabetes can affect you. But first of all, let's get this disclaimer out the way. I'm not a doctor. I do not play a doctor on this channel. Any advice that I give you may help you with your diabetes. It may not help you with your diabetes, but hopefully it will help you on your journey to reversing your diabetes. Now that we got that out the way, let's get right into the topic at hand today. The topic at hand today is going to be about when I left the hospital. If you haven't watched my channel, go back and watch the two previous videos where I break it down of when I was diagnosed with diabetes in the hospital, the different procedures that they put me on and the different type of drugs that they had me on, and the food and all the other things. Go back, please, and watch those two videos to get up to date if you haven't already watched those videos. If you have watched those videos, then you're up to date, and let's continue right on from where I left off about me now getting out of the hospital on January the 5th, 2022. I was in the hospital for 5 days. I told you that from the previous video. But once I got out the hospital, my A1C was taken before I left. It was at 11.7. When I was checked into the hospital, it was at 14.7. So it dropped a little bit to 11.7 on the day that I was released to go home. So as I was leaving the hospital, I called my primary doctor to set up an appointment with my primary doctor to see her. I was able to get an appointment later that month on the 29th of January with my primary physician doctor. So I had that appointment set up. So on my way to leaving the hospital, I had to go pick up the medicines that they had me on, which was Besigar and Hemoglow. I was taking 2 forms of insulin that they were giving me. It was a lot, folks. It was a lot. And I'm going to tell you this quick story, and then we're going to move right on. As they gave me the prescriptions to go get these filled at the local pharmacy, I was on my way to the pharmacy with my girlfriend. She was taking me there to pick up this medicine as I was released from the hospital. So when I get to the pharmacy, give them the prescriptions, they tell me that my insurance will not cover the insulin that I was supposed to have. They would give me Besigar because in the hospital I was on Latin. So they said, we'll give you Besigar, which is like a generic form, I guess it is, you know what I mean? So they said, we'll give you that. But the other medication that you're on, we don't have a prescription for it. I said, I have a prescription right here in my hand. They said, no, they didn't call that in to Hemoglow. I said, okay, not a problem. I'll go back to the hospital, get that from one of the doctors, and then we'll be on our way. She said, okay, while you're gone, we'll get this one right here filled out. By the time you come back, we'll have this ready for you, and you can go about your way. Okay, so we get back to the hospital. There's no doctor to come downstairs to help us with this problem in the hospital that I just checked out of. We're going through this different run around trying to get the doctor to change the prescription to call it into the pharmacy so I can get the other medicine I leave. To make a long story short, it never got done. They said they called it in. We go back to the pharmacy. They said they didn't call it in. So now I call my primary doctor. My primary doctor goes, okay, don't worry about the Hemoglow. If they had that for you in the hospital and you were on that, you'll be okay just with the insulin by itself. You really don't need the other insulin that they're giving you, the Hemoglow. You really don't need that. If you want it, I can write a prescription for you after I see you, and then you can have that. But right now, I'm not going to write a prescription. Take what they're giving you, the insulin they're giving you, and I'll monitor you while you're taking that. And when you come in and see me on the 29th, then we'll talk about whether you need the Hemoglow or not. So that was a blessing in disguise. So I had an appointment on the 29th. So I went home that day. When I got out the hospital on the 5th, I had the medication that I needed, one of them. And I got on a strict diet. I knew about the different diets out there, and I did some research and I found out the keto diet was very friendly. So I got on the keto diet, got on that, got that set up. Went to the supermarket with my girlfriend, started getting the type of foods that I needed to eat, start cutting out all the other foods that I had that were bad for me. You know what I mean? So I got my refrigerator full with the foods that I had. You know, keto is a low carb, high fat diet. So I started on that journey of eating that way for the next couple of weeks. But I did something in that time frame that I think that really helped me reverse my diabetes that I'm going to bring to you guys' attention today. And that is I started fasting. I did some research on fasting and I was like, wow, some people on the internet, which sometimes it can be your friend, sometimes it can't be your friend. Can't believe everything that you see on the internet. But some of the information out there is good and is good information for you. So I heard about this fasting. So I said, okay. And most of the people on there were talking about a book that they've read by a leading doctor called Dr. Jason Fung. So I said, okay, I went on Amazon and I ordered that book, and I recommend you guys to do the same thing. And here's the book right here. It's called The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung. Can you guys see that? The Obesity Code, one of the leading experts on fasting. So I said, okay, I got the book, start reading it, start getting a lot of knowledge from the book, because the book is very, very powerful. And my reading it, I thought the book was very powerful. It gave me a lot of great information that probably helped me on my way to reversing my diabetes. It's a book that's about roughly about 300 something pages. I read it in about a little over a week. I was glued to this book, and I'm not really a guy who likes to read a lot. Really a lot of powerful information in there. So I started off fasting. I started off doing an 8-hour fast. I would stop eating at 10 o'clock at night. And a lot of times I wouldn't eat until around 9 o'clock the next day. Sometimes I would do 12 hours. I would go right until 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? All depends how I felt when I woke up, if I was going to stretch it out a little longer, from 10 until 12 hours. So I started doing more research on fasting and learned all the different benefits from it. Also in this book, The Obesity Code, it starts breaking down different things on fasting and how it affects your body and how it will help you if you have diabetes. So I recommend you guys to go get this book. And another book that I picked up along the way, that I start on YouTube, I start watching videos of this doctor in Chicago. And that doctor name is Dr. Tony Hamilton, another leading expert on diabetes. And his book is Fix Your Diet, Fix Your Diabetes. Another very great book I think you guys should pick up. Very informative information in there. Very detailed about different foods, how it affects your body, different foods that you can eat that you may like, and how you can prepare it. He is really, really, really good in this book. He'll break down different things. He'll show you, if you like bananas, how to have banana pancakes. Very, very informative information in this book. And like I said, I suggest you guys get that book as well right here. Fix Your Diabetes, Fix Your Diet, Fix Your Diabetes. Another great book by Dr. Tony Hamilton, a doctor out in Chicago, and also Dr. Jason Fung, The Obesity Code. Those are two books that I recommend you guys get. But on the fasting tip, I recommend you start off sometime at 6 hours first to get your body used to fasting. It's going to take you a while, and then you can move up to 8 hours, you know what I mean, after that. Maybe 2 to 3 times a week to start off before you can go to 5 days. I would suggest maybe start 2 days a week and then work your way up till you get to 5 days, until you get to 7 days. And then you can, as you go along week, maybe 2 weeks in, you can increase it from 8 hours to 12 hours into 16, like I did. I started off the first week with 8 hours. And then about maybe about a week later, almost 2 weeks, I started doing 12 hours of fasting. And then 2 weeks after that, I started doing 16-hour fast, to the point where it was normal for me. There are some stages that you'll go through when you start fasting, especially when you get into the 12-hour period of fasting. You're going to get a headache. You're going to get a headache because your body is not taking any food. But it's also a benefit for you because your kidneys now are resting. They're not doing any work. There's no food going in, so they have nothing to do. So they get a chance to repair themselves. Your whole body gets a chance to repair yourself. Your cells get a chance to relax. Everything gets a chance to relax, because the only thing you're doing is doing this. You're drinking water. That's it. No juices, no foods. You can have a little broth if you want, but don't put no seasoning in there. If you want like a chicken broth, if you want to do that, no seasoning in it at all. Just the regular broth if you feel like you need something to carry you over. I would just drink water, and I was fine with that. I would have black tea, nothing in it. You can't put any cream in there, no type of sugar, or definitely no sugar, no type of sweeteners, nothing. Or black coffee or something of that nature. If you like coffee, you can also have that. That will also help you with that headache that you have. That will help you during your journey or when you're fasting. So if you do that, start off with 6 hours first, I would say, maybe for a week or 10 days, and then increase it to 8 hours. And then maybe 2 weeks after that, you go to 12, and so on until you can get up to 16 hours, where you get the full benefit of fasting, where your body goes into autophagy, which we'll talk about that the next video. Like I said, I'm here to help you on your journey, because this is a deadly disease, folks. This is a disease that we must stop in America today. You know what I mean? We must stop this disease, because it's killing millions of people. Are dying every day from this deadly disease. People every day are getting diagnosed with this deadly disease. We must turn this around, and we will. All you got to do is just get on a strict diet, follow your doctor's orders, and start getting knowledge, because up here, your brain is the key. You get the knowledge, you read, certain books like this, Dr. Jason Fung books. You read these books, you get the knowledge. And once you got knowledge, they always said knowledge is power. Because when you got that up here and you put that in here, you can get things done. You know what I mean? Like I always tell you, be motivated. If you have that motivation and you have the knowledge, you are a dangerous individual. Nothing should stand in your way. You should be able to beat anything that comes your way. Also, if you have the willpower that will stop you from cheating and doing different things on your way to reversing your diabetes. It will stop you from going out, as they say, having cheat days, cheating, eating foods that you know you're not supposed to eat when you're on your journey to reversing your diabetes. And also, the key thing, you got to have hope. And you have to believe that you can beat this deadly disease. And I believe that you can, because I've done it. And I'm right here in front of you, in front of this camera, living proof that it can be done. So I'm going to help you on your journey, folks out there, with this deadly disease. And if we get together and with the knowledge and the power and the faith and the hope and the motivation and the willpower, we will turn this around. And if you're out there and you're listening to me, you have diabetes, you will turn it around. Get on a strict diet, get knowledge, follow your doctor's orders, do the things that you're supposed to do, and you'll be on your way to reversing your diabetes in no time. It may not be done in 90 days. It could be done in 4 months, 6 months. But it's not about a marathon. You know what I mean? This is not about a race. It's about a marathon. This is a long journey that you'll be on, and you will win at the end. You will raise your hands in victory at the end. Believe me, it will happen. Like I said, motivation, you must have that. You must have willpower, and you must have hope. And when you get all those three things together, and with the knowledge up here of reading and just soak up all the information you can about diabetes, use that, soak it up and put it here. And with the three things that I told you, the motivation, the hope, and the willpower, and you will reverse your diabetes. I guarantee you that. And we can get this done in America. That's the problem. We got to get this disease out of here. And we will. You know what I mean? So like I said, if you can go to Amazon, you can order this book right here by Dr. Tony Hamilton. A very good book. Fix Your Diet, Fix Your Diabetes. And also The Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung, one of the leading experts on kidney diseases. He's a very, very good doctor. And they'll give you a lot of knowledge in those two books. I suggest you go out there and get those books and be on your way to reversing this diabetes. You can go down to the comment section. You have any questions that you want to ask me or any things that you're not sure about fasting. If I can help you, I surely will. I respond to all my emails and all my comments. I will get right back to you and give you an answer that I think will help you. Because in the long run, like I said, this is not a race. This is a marathon. And you will win at the end. You will raise your hands in victory when you reverse your diabetes like I did in a little over 90 days. And today, folks, I feel wonderful. Wonderful. I'm right here in front of you, and I'm living proof that it can be done. All you have to do is get on your journey, and I will right here to help you. And I will give you information every week to give you different little tidbits on how we're going to beat this deadly disease, because this disease must stop. It must stop. It's just not affecting grown folks. It's affecting kids. All races are being affected with this disease. People every day are being diagnosed with this deadly disease. This is a deadly disease, people. It's nothing to play with. And you have to do the things that you have to do to reverse this. And we will reverse it. All you have to do is just have the time and put the information that I'm giving you and the information in the books that I told you about, and have the motivation, the hope, and the willpower, and we will get this done. So until next time, folks, I want y'all to take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and continue to fight this battle if you have diabetes or anyone you know who have diabetes. Continue to tell them to keep fighting. This is a battle that they can win. And they will win, because I have the faith in everybody out there who have diabetes and want to reverse it. I believe in you. If nobody else does, I do. So we'll get on this journey together, folks, and we'll continue this journey. We'll continue to keep fighting. I'm going to fight on the other side of this microphone, just like you fight, because I fight every day, so it won't come back. I continue to live like I have diabetes, and I will continue to live that way, folks. So until next time, I talk to you. God bless. Continue doing the things that you got to do. Peace. Diabetes Station Love you.